How's it going, guys? Sports by Dustin, bringing you guys another Prize Picks video for today, Wednesday, June 5th. Before we get in the video, though, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button while you're at it, because it really does help me out. I would appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to be using Daily Grind Fantasy to find value on Prize Picks, comparing sportsbooks, lines, and odds directly back to Prize Picks. Definitely some value today. Got some MLB, maybe even some NBA for the finals starting tomorrow on Thursday. So might have some of those plays in this slip. We'll see what the value stands whenever we refresh and we go over it and build out this slip. Okay. I do want to mention, if you guys don't know, I go ahead and live stream every single day on the Daily Grind Fantasy YouTube channel. So if you guys go to Daily Grind Fantasy on YouTube, subscribe there. I do live streams over there every day. And yesterday, I know the slip went 2-2, and we had a push with an injury for a pitcher yesterday on the YouTube slip. But I did give out a 10x winner on the live stream using Daily Grind Fantasy as well. So if you guys want to go ahead, subscribe to Daily Grind Fantasy, you guys can check out the live streams. I would appreciate having you guys over there as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and start building out a slip. So we have some hitter fantasy scores. We have some NBA. We have some pitchers, whatever it might be. We're gonna find the value. Now, hitter fantasy score. How does this work on Daily Grind Fantasy? How do we come up with a projection for DraftKings, for BetMGM, based off the even lines for those statistics or props that make up hitter fantasy score here on PrizePicks, or even pitcher fantasy score if we were looking at those, right? We find out a would-be fantasy score based off those even lines for all the stats that make up the fantasy scores on PrizePicks using the multipliers, right? So we see that PrizePicks has this set at 7.5 for Jared Duran, but the sports books are saying this should be set right around 9 based off of that. So let's take advantage of it. We have 2 data points saying that Duran should be higher at 9. So let's take advantage of it and get it at 7.5 here. Now, these two, we only have 1 data point, right? So do we trust DraftKings? Do we trust what they have these props set at in their odds and such for Kyle Schwarber, for William Contreras? I'm going to go ahead and say yes. I will trust DraftKings in this scenario and take both Schwarber and Contreras to go over their respective fantasy scores as well. So William Contreras and Kyle Schwarber over hitter fantasy score. Now we're getting into where we are really comparing sportsbooks odds in lines directly back to PrizePicks. You see Derek Lively here, under 8.5 points. Might think Derek Lively coming off a really great series against, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, against the Timberwolves. Really great series, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is a whole new matchup, whole new game, different players, etc., right? Everything you think you know about Derek Lively's game coming up, the sportsbooks know more. Their multi-million-dollar models and algorithms know a lot more. I'm not saying that this is not going to miss, or it can't miss, right? Because it can miss. But based off of what the market is showing us, and we have, let's see, 3, 6, 8 sportsbooks telling us this is heavily favored to go under 8.5 points for Derek Lively tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and trust it, right? So when we remove the juice from the sportsbooks lines, we see that they are giving this a true fair odds percentage of 54.91% chance to hit on, and we get it at a better odds at -119 on PrizePicks. So we need to be right 54.3+% of the time on our individual legs in 5 and 6 man slips on PrizePicks to be profitable over the long term. This is well above that. Now I'm going to refresh, make sure we're getting all the best updated value. So still looks like it's a good play here. So we're going to go ahead, we'll add in. Hopefully we get through the MLB today, and then we are sweating. We have a nice sweat for the NBA Finals tomorrow. So Derek Lively under 8.5 points for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Now, from there, we have Spencer Schwellenbach over 4 pitcher strikeouts. Look, his line is set to 4.5 across the sports books. Now, there is some juice on the under of 4.5, but getting this at 0.4, so getting this at 4, which is 0.5 off of his normal line on the sports books, does create value, right? Getting it at 4. So we are going ahead and taking. Actually, we're not gonna. I lied. We're not gonna. This is what you have to do whenever you're sorting through value on Daily Grind Fantasy. You got to make sure you're not getting any negative correlation. So if we have Jared Duran going over 7.5, fantasy score, if we were to take Spencer Schwellenbach to go over 4, we would maybe need him to strike out Jared Duran, and then he's not getting fantasy score. So we'll just skip past him. We can come down here to Aaron Nola under 6.5 strikeouts. As long as he's playing Contreras. All right, so let's just keep moving down. We have plenty to work with on this slip. So let's go ahead and go with Montero under 0.5 runs for the Rockies. Boom. And that's not going to bring us any negative correlation, taking the under on runs for Elharis Montero, let's just say. So we'll stick with the 5 flex today. We have 5 total plays, 4 MLB, 1 NBA for tomorrow. Like I said, hopefully we're going ahead and getting past the MLB today and then get to sweat out Derek Lively tomorrow. But this is going to be the 5 flex slip for today's slip. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe. Link down in the description below if you guys want access to Daily Grind Fantasy. Peace, and we'll see you tomorrow.